Good afternoon, beautiful people. Welcome back to another gossiping video. I know a lot of people are not used to gossiping videos, but here where you are seated, it's a matter of gossip. For gossip lovers, welcome back to this amazing YouTube channel that goes by the name Maxwell Lumumba Africa. Maxwell Lumumba is my good name, a village content creator, born and raised in a village setup with no jobs. At the end of the day, I do content creation to earn a living. Like today, we are going to talk about VIDEEJOHNER court case. Begins tomorrow. I'll be talking about charges or expected charges, what the law says, and what will be happening next. I'll be explaining everything so that we get to understand how Kenya justice system works and all the investigations that is underway. So for those who have not subscribed to this amazing YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, and share this video to other individuals. Remember to turn on the notification bell so that any day, anytime I post any video, you people get notified. Watch my videos till the end without skipping any ads. So those ads that you see there, they play fundamental role when it comes to my monetization. So to begin with, I also have another YouTube channel that goes by the name Vibe with Lumumba. For non-gossipers, you can go there. For haters, you can go there. But for the people who have light-minded people, let us remain here so that we talk how the reality comes in this YouTube street. Having said that, let me take this opportunity to appreciate all the individuals or the subscribers for making it happen, either directly or indirectly. And let me say this, tomorrow being on a Monday, today is on a Sunday, yesterday was on a Saturday, and Friday evening is when the accident, VIDEEJOHNER's accident or a car crash happened. A lot of things have been said. A lot of allegations have been brought because I remember after the accident, we were told he escaped or he left the accident scene. I came on camera and said what I think about that, and today still I'll be mentioning that so that we get to know how the justice system works, how we are going to digest everything. And funny thing about this, let me say something about what is now happening here. You see, after the accident happened in Nyabohanse, near Nyabohanse stage. We have a police station there. But what happened next? Police from Isibania police post are the one who came with this calling me. So police from Isibania police post are the one who came and picked the bodies, and the same police station is the one actually they towed that vehicle to Isibania police station. The way I'm speaking right now, the vehicle is in Isibania police station, but it is alleged that VIDEEJOHNER himself went to write a statement in Mabera police station and he was arrested. Now as I'm speaking, is in police custody, not jail. Yeah? He's in police custody. We have to know what is police custody. We have to know what is jail. We have to know what is a cell. So all those terminologies are being used, especially when you're working or when arrest is made. Yeah? Some people confuse jail, prison, cell. All these things we have to speak the way they are. So the way I've said, as I'm speaking, he is in police custody. Some people call it cell, so it depends on where you come from and what you think is good. If you say jail, well and good. Remember, we have been having even arrest. I heard people are saying jail. Okay, I'm not going to speak anything about jail or what. So this reminds me what is happening to VIDEEJOHNER, yeah, because I've seen a lot of people anticipating say that he had to go and write a statement near where he's coming from so that he can get something like favorism. But let me just say that is not how justice system works, because when it comes to matter of accident, yeah, I'm going to digest it deeply so that we get to understand how the justice system works, because people are now talking. It's like when I was a child, I used to tell myself, because I come next to a border post, I used to tell myself that when I be an adult, I'll be taking my lunch, my breakfast from Kenya, my lunch from Tanzania, then my supper I come back to Kenya and take that. So that is actually what is happening now. You commit a crime, or a crime is committed, the nearest police station is not given even a mandate to handle you. You are being handled in a different police station. Your vehicle is being taken to different police stations. So here things are working out so differently. So tomorrow, Monday, the case officially moves to court if it is true that VIDEEJOHNER has been arrested. So VIDEEJOHNER is expected to be arraigned following that tragic accident that claimed 3 lives. And now the questions are getting deeper. People now are asking, what charges is he facing? What does the law say? Why wasn't the statement recorded at the nearest police station? And what happened next? And if he he left the accident scene, what will be happening to him? So today, let us break it down, everything step by step, strategically, yeah, step by step, so that we can make a deep understanding of the whole situation. So let us recap first about the incidents. On Friday, an accident happened in Nyabohanse. A serious road accident occurred. The incident involved a vehicle linked to VIDEEJOHNER. 3 people lost their lives. That is what is being said, and that is what we saw. A motorist, a woman, a child. The vehicle was badly damaged and later towed to Isibania police station. Police responded, bodies were collected, and some of the casualties were taken to hospital, but unfortunately they died. And investigation began. And let me say this about the update, the arrest, and the statement. Now, here's the new developing story. It had been alleged that VIDEEJOHNER later went to Mabera police station to record a statement, and at that point he was arrested. This is a critical moment in the case, because once a suspect records a statement and is being detained, it means the investigation has reached a stage where the police believe that there is enough ground to proceed with the court proceedings. And let me say this, because a lot of people are asking, if I do maybe a mistake in Kenya, then my case is being handled maybe with the US, then I'm being jailed in another place. Let me say this, yeah? Why Mabera? Why not nearest police station? And that is what a lot of people are asking. And I'm going to tell us that why was the statement recorded in Mabera police station instead of the nearest one. So there could be several reasons. First reason is this: he may have presented himself where he felt is safe, and that is what, to me, I say that VIDEEJOHNER presented himself where he thinks and he believes that he'll be very safe, according to him, because presenting yourself maybe to Isibania police station, this means something else, because remember, your vehicle is there. Those people maybe won't handle you the way Mabera police station will be handling you. And remember, Mabera is next. Mabera police station is near where he comes from. So that tells us he thought recording a statement in that place will be safer, and the issue will be handled in the right way. And another possibility is the case may have been transferred administratively. This is where this police station with the other police station, they have now to come and agree that this person left the crime scene. This person, there is a possibility of this person maybe appearing to that other police station. So they have to come up with a strategy that because it comes from that point, and if this person may be escaped, the only escape route will be to the other side, yeah? And that is what happened. Or police may have directed him to a specific station handling the file. So up to now, we don't know which police station has his file. We don't know that. So whichever the state or whichever the situation, at the end of the day, justice has to be made, irrespective. Because I've seen a lot of people saying that he was maybe under influence. Let us not judge about that. Even though one of the friends came on camera, instead of finding out where the friend is, he now went to the party and started talking ill. Some of the information is better that you be a grown-up than this. I'm talking to Naliaku, yeah. You be a grown-up. There's some informations you're not just you're not supposed to go in public and start saying so that you get some shout out, yeah. A lot of things have been said, but the reality remains. Justice has to be gotten. And another thing, you know, these are traffic issue. Another thing, a lot of people are asking about Mayani's case. Let me state that categorically here. Mayani's case is a complicated case. You know, it is the responsibility of the family members to make sure they get justice to their son. For us, we are just here as spectators, yeah. We are just waiting for the moment then we are told that this person has been arrested. Nothing else. We can do nothing. Maxwell cannot come here and go and pressurize police officer that this person was unalived with this individual. Why are you not doing this? No. That is not my mandate. The victims, yeah, the victims have to stand still and incorporate all the legal measures they have to engage, all the legal everything. You know, sometimes getting justice is very expensive, yeah. Maybe the family has no money, and that's the reality. If there is no money to do about justice system, well and good, getting justice will be so hard. Everything requires money. Getting a lawyer requires money. Conducting arrest requires money. Filing your complaint requires money. To travel to the police station, coming back, you require a lot of money. So this is not something the way people just perceive or you see from where you're just seated in your comfort zone, that justice can happen in these at such a way. So the issue that people are really talking about, because most of the times I do different videos, then in comment section already people now start talking about Mayani. I'm asking myself, hey, am I even a family member? I'm not a family member, just a friend. And that's the reality of the situation. And it is the responsibility of the family member to make sure they get justice. So in many cases, jurisdiction can shift depending on how investigations are structured. Like, for example, in Mayani's case, I came on camera and say this. The suspect who conducted that evil offense has been said to be on run towards Tanzania. So Kenya and Tanzania, we have something that we call East Africa Community. We have rules, regulations that have been stipulated. We have MOU of understanding between these two countries. We have what we call legal cooperation, how somebody can be arrested in Tanzania even though you are on a run, maybe you committed a crime here, then you went to Tanzania. Like that one was a murder case, yeah, or let me say manslaughter, yeah. So when that individual committed that crime in Kenya, still that individual can be arrested in Tanzania, but it is very costly, and you have now to engage the two governments. Yeah, so you have to engage the two government. Arrest can be made in Tanzania. That individual can be prosecuted in Tanzania, and when maybe okay, but still the case can be shifted to Kenya and due process can happen. Let us not, I know family members of Mayani will be viewing these. Let us not say that it happened, let it be, because yeah, it happened, let it be, or we are not ready to fight this battle because we don't have money. At the end of the day, what people are looking at is justice. Let us fight for that justice. And when I'm talking about VIDEEJOHNER, the possible charges that is expected tomorrow is these. And I know we have to talk about that as the biggest question. What charges could he face? Based on Kenya traffic law, the possible charges include causing death by dangerous driving. That is one. Number two, careless or reckless driving. Number three, driving under the influence. If proven, yeah, there is no proof to ascertain that, even though the way said somebody came on camera in a celebration, that is David Jr.'s channel, where Nailiaku came and said the guy was under influence. If they can prove these, he'll be charged with these. And another thing is failing to stop after an accident. So each of these carries serious legal consequences, and I'll be telling us what they carry, because this is not something that we can take it lightly. And wanted to say something and it has disappeared in my head, so let me say these. But remember, the exact charges will depend what the investigation confirms. Let me say these, what the law says, and I'm going to give us a simple explanation. In Kenya, the law is very clear when it comes to accidents. You know, even the law understands that accident happens. Yeah, we have seen people involved in an accident where they are very sober. It is alleged that the people who were hit by VIDEEJOHNER's car, they were on the right pathway, because okay, look at how the accident happened. Because it is said that the lane, these people were coming from Isibania. They were heading to David Jr.'s birthday celebration. Yeah, so that tells us that the lane these people were supposed to follow was, you know, in Kenya we keep left while driving, so they were supposed to keep left. And where did these people got hit? They were hit in the right hand side of the road. The vehicle veered into a ditch in the right hand side, but still this cannot convince us. I know why I'm saying that, because for those who understand driving, and I know how people are, people reason, it's all about getting good lawyers and everything will be done in the right way. Because for me, I'm thinking otherwise on how to handle a situation like this. Yeah, you know, you have to think otherwise. Yeah, yes, I was in this side. How did I find myself in that other side? You know, you have now to touch your head, think twice, then come out with the answer. I don't want to give the judgment that I'm thinking about, because if I was told to defend this individual, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a policeman, I'm not even a traffic. But sometimes we reason what we have to think. So for Naliaku, where you are, you have to reason before you think, because what you said about VIDEEJOHNER, I don't think if you are a good friend. You are not a good friend. If I could be you, I could run to police station and record a statement, because police might be coming for you. Yeah, they might be coming for you, and that's the reality. So I was saying this. In Kenya, if you involve in an accident, you must, underline the word must, you must assist the victim if possible, and you must report to the nearest police station. Failure to do that, it can lead to criminal charges. So we have to digest these. The way I said, first, you must stop, you must help if it is possible, and you have to present yourself to the nearest police station. And nearest police station, because I saw somebody saying that maybe VIDEEJOHNER was confused, he just got himself maybe in Mabera, very confused. So if Mabera was the nearest police station, well and good, I reported there. If Nyabuhanse was the nearest police station, well and good, report there. If Isbania is the nearest police station where you are, go and report there. So, but the law also considers circumstances. Remember, even the law, for those who know how to frame the law, it has some it does not take strict measures. Yeah, so the law also considers circumstances. For example, if your life is in danger from a hostile crowd, the situation may be interpreted differently. This reminds me last year in Makongeni is in Thika. There was a Audi that was burned with a rowdy crowd. Actually, it belonged to a DCI officer. So this DCI officer involved in an accident. So they I don't know, they are called hostile crowd, came and touched that vehicle. So the way Naliaku was explaining, they were almost stabbed. He was almost stabbed because they thought he was the driver. And they have to thank God, because what helped them was we call them what bags? Yeah? Hey, English is hard. For those who are driving, airbags, yeah, they are called airbags. We are not drivers. Most of us, we only know how to drive people crazy, but we're not drivers. So that is why I'm saying that they have to thank God, because the only thing that helped them is the power bag. Motorcycle don't have power bag, so that is what happened. So I was talking about if it is true that he had to leave that accident scene because of hostile crowd, well and good, that was the best way. But escaping the scene, or escaping the scene, and I have to give a balanced view, and we have to address this issue of leaving the accident scene. Some people are saying that he would or he should have stayed. Others are saying he could have been attacked. The truth, both sides have a point. Mob justice is real, not only in Kenya, but also every other part of this world. Mob justice is a reality. If you think your life is in danger, run. Never look back. They say that you run like a mburukenge. So you have to run as fast as the way your legs will carry you. But legally, the expectation is still that you report yourself to authorities as soon as possible. Don't let the authorities to now come and start looking for you. So the outcome what could happen, yeah? and I'm going to give us the possibility, and there are scenarios that I'm going to give us. And when you go to court, if you're found guilty of causing death by dangerous driving, you could face imprisonment, yeah, or he can be fined heavily, or he could lose his driving license, so that means he won't be able to drive again, or the court could impose a combination of penalties. If evidence is not sufficient, the case could also take a different direction. There is something that I wanted to say, but I'm not going to get deeper into that, especially when we are now talking a scenario where everybody that, the other side, that everybody who was involved in the accident, leaving alone maybe the people who were in the vehicle, yeah, the other side, if they die, all of them, you know, now this case becomes somehow complicated, because getting justice, let's say, for example, somebody could not die, this case could be taking a very different direction. So I'm not going to talk about that, because so far we have no information that somebody remained alive, and I'm not here to educate you about how you can go to court and explain yourself, how you can get good lawyers. I don't know what. I'm not here to explain that. And some people are talking about burial compensations. Yeah, I've seen that happening before, where some families demand for burial compensation. And I know a lot of people will be asking me, and that is a biggest question that I know in my comment section, if I don't talk about it, people will now come and ask me. People will be asking, will he be expected to finance the burial? Because even for me, I've seen these where two families come together, then they decide, so what you can do, because this accident, you're the one who has unalived this person, so you have now to cater for the bills and everything when it comes to accident. Legally, compensation is not an automatic. You are not guaranteed that you will be compensating for those damages, or for those people who died in that accident. However, families can file civil cases for damages. That is what most of the families do. Sometimes two families come together, they discuss, and they come out with the best alternative. Again, insurance may cover some cost for those who have those medical insurance. I don't know what insurance, so because I really believe that insurances help a lot. So for those people who they don't have health insurance, yeah, because for me, I usually have health insurance that I usually pay every year, because sometimes we do some risky jobs, so I usually have those health insurance in case, and this, God forbid, I get any permanent disability, the insurance will be catering for to some extent. Yeah, I don't want to say anything about insurance. That is a topic of discussion when it comes to insurance for the or anybody who knows about insurance. You can comment there in the comments. I was just convinced that, Max, you need to be having an insurance for these for your life, for your health, for your what, for those who have vehicle. You know, people have vehicle, like I really suspect, okay, I'll be talking even about the vehicle that is in police station. How will it be made? Because now people are saying that that vehicle has been damaged beyond recognition. I'll be handling that. So another possibility is that the court may order compensation depending on the case. So this part often goes beyond criminal law into civil proceedings, so that we are leaving it for the court. So for those who are asking me, how will VIDEEJOHNER's vehicle be repaired, or the extent of damage. As for the vehicle, it is currently part of evidence. So that means it cannot be taken out of police station. It cannot be repaired immediately. It must be inspected by authorities. Authorities have to go and ascertain some 2-3 things to confirm that everything when it comes to inspection. Remember, there is something that I said in my last video. The same vehicle was scratched. I don't know if it is scratched by a bus, and we saw that VIDEEJOHNER did a video about that in a highway almost in Mabera. The vehicle was scratched, and it was in mechanic, and I think insurance was covering that. That is what happened. So they have to inspect if everything was well. That is insurance. They confirm a lot of things. So inspection, for those who know what inspection, vehicle inspection deals with, you're good to go, because you will be understanding these very well, and it will only be released after the investigation of the court approved. So if it is in Isibania police station, it will remain there until the court authorizes that, okay, we have done the investigation, we have approved everything, now it is time to leave it, or to let the vehicle go. Yeah, failure to that, we know what will be happening next. I know a lot of people will be asking me that I've seen a lot of vehicles being actioned from a police station. That is a topic of another day. Well, maybe somebody comes and say that my vehicle was actioned, it was in police, I don't know for how many years. Yeah, this one will be talking. The more points come, that will be a discussion for another day. I know people ask a lot of questions, but the extent of damage suggests the repair cost. That is what I can say. And at the end of the day, what we have to say is this: 3 lives are gone, and now the legal process begins. Let us allow the court to do its work. Let us avoid speculation. For those who are calling me hater, jealousy, there is not, we have to take things both sides. I cannot support VIDEEJOHNER because he's a YouTuber, I'm a YouTuber. I cannot sympathize about the lives that were lost because people lost life. No, I have to say the way things are, and I think I'm not taking any side. I'm very neutral. I'm not in the side of the victims. I'm not in the side of these other side. I'm there between. So I'm taking all sides. Whichever the case, yeah, there's possibility that comes after that. There's possibility. So let us avoid speculation, and most importantly, let these remind all of us how serious road safety is. I will continue updating you as this case unfold. It will be happening in Isibania, not Isibania, Kehancha Law Court will be having that case, and this case, I don't know what to say. This case, at the end of the day, justice will be gotten. I already know where justice will be heading to, but let us not speculate. Yeah, but still I can say it. But let me not say it because I know how justice will be. I already know about that. Justice will be okay. Let me leave it that, and you'll tell me, Max, you said there is no case there. The vehicle will be okay. There is no case there. For those who understand, they already understand. So let us stay safe and value life. Goodbye for now. Let us meet in the next video. Goodbye, haters. Come commenting, yeah? Come commenting. Goodbye.